In the wake of the suffocating corruption that slowly strangled the life out of the state of Louisiana, the dead had risen among the living, families crumbled, friendships shattered, and factions and alliances fell apart. What remained at the end of the rope, as humanity hung on to the few remaining threads of its existence, were shattered groups of radically different beliefs, each of them desperately clinging on to their own point of view as the fate of our world slowly inched towards annihilation. The Death Pact. Chosen by death itself, driven by the desire to set the world straight by eradicating the twisted creatures of the sculptor and those who should choose to follow in its shadow, the members of the Death Pact seek to shed light on the darkest of mysteries within the bayous. Why is death in disarray? How did people return from the land of the dead? And what will it take to rid the world of this imbalance? Determined to restore the natural order of the world, the Death Pact has vowed to destroy the corruption, rid the realm of the sculptor, and once and for all, close the door to the land of the dead. The Demented, rotten to the core, believing themselves to be the manifestation of the sculptor's true power on earth, the Demented perceive the sculptor as a god and embrace the corruption, hoping to take their rightful place on the other side in the aftermath of the merging of the realms. They perceive the entities created by the sculptor as impure abominations, and that by purging them, they hope to claim the right as the corruption's purest avatars. The Drowned Pact. Bloated, decayed, returned. The members of the Drowned Pact are part of what has skewed and offset the balance of nature and caused the disturbance between the forces of life and death. Brought back from the land of the dead by the demon Lynch, they're cursed by the entity's lingering shadow, now forced to do her bidding. Granted another chance at returning to life, the Drowned Pact roams the bayous, desperately clinging to the last hope at redemption while trying to free themselves of the curse that haunts them. The Grounded. Hoping for a better future, in search of the source of desolation, the Grounded Pact fights to preserve nature and prevent the bayous being devoured by the corruption. Led by the desire to cleanse our realm of otherworldly influence, they seek to establish and maintain a balance of the order that holds our very world together. The Infernal Pact. Through flames and fire, their rage knows no limit. Bound to embrace the chaos in the bayous, the Infernal Pact seeks to fight fire with fire. Following the path of the AHA, led by Mr. Cherry, the Infernal Pact seeks to gain an understanding of the sculptor and its otherworldly power, hoping to use the demonic source of knowledge to burn out the festering corruption that is taking a stranglehold of our realm. The Lunar Pact. In the light of the moon, the Lunar Pact has vowed to follow its prophet and champion, Kevin Linus, whose only goal is to rid the world of the twisted experiments of Mr. Cherry, who has caused the poisoning of the moon and corrupted it with disease. In order to save their guardian and stem the tides of the corruption, the Lunar Pact are willing to sacrifice both life and soul to ensure that order and balance is restored within our world. The Primal Pact. The Primals cherishes more than anything the sweet rush of adrenaline from the thrill of the hunt. Among the marked targets of the sculptor, The Primal Pact finds a special place for themselves within the tainted lands of the corruption, believing these entities not to be otherworldly relics, but rather prized possessions that should be hunted as trophies. Yet when they discovered a new source of raw ferocious energy, instead of hunters, they became its guardians, now watching over this magnificent otherworldly entity. The Smugglers Pact. Feverishly greedy, the members of the Smugglers Pact seek to reap the rewards of the crashed and stranded ship known as the Delphine that somehow managed to return from the land of the dead. The untold riches hidden within the depths of its cargo hold brings about only the most self-centered and greedy of individuals. Bold, brash, and reckless, they are ready to risk their lives for the simple promise of profit. Hey there, Asmad here. That concludes the current state of the Pacts within Showdown, but I'm certain with the current direction of the game and its events, more Pacts will follow soon, leaving potential room for a part 2 somewhere down the line. As always, a big thanks goes out to the Hunters Lounge, specifically the exclusive Gitchy Boy, the exclusive Johnny Sevens, the VIPs, Corvo Bear Slayer, Derivative, Doc Powell, Gino Lucero, Goose, Hambone, Jiminel Bob, Corey Peterson, Michael Fornhill, Mordef Menace, Hein, Slip, Stas Piestek, Sunrise Phoenix, DJ Crane, Texas Toast, and the Wizard of Cobber. And of course, all the regulars. If you want to support me and the channel, consider signing up for the Hunters Lounge either here on YouTube or on Patreon. Link is in the description below. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.